Now, lymphatic drainage is extremely important. You see, all these pandemics of these viruses, it's like hurricanes that they coming category 444 and after this dying. The same, the virus have to live on something. We infecting each other, and little by little it will go down and will die. These pandemics will go, and I hope with very little amount of people that will suffer from it. But remember, there is different strains and different negative aspects of accumulation of toxins. I know the humans remember the moment when real dread and anxieties about it existing. We remember, and after fact we forgetting, and therefore detoxification is very important. And again, the only one system in our body that's responsible for it is a lymphatic system, and techniques that I will propose to you will accelerate significant drainage of this lymphatic fluid to the circulatory system, and as a result you will stay clean. Additional to this terrible stress side effect, postures. People sitting in postures, and they kind of closing vicious cycle that causing development of carpal tunnel syndrome, tension headaches, high blood pressure also due to vertebral artery syndrome, accumulation of toxins in the body. Additionally, posture, it's really dead kiss to all this combination. And today also I will propose how to sit in the front of the computer, and of course I'm a big believer that in order to prevent diseases you have to understand the mechanism. Therefore I spent some time in explain to you using map how this develop usually, and of course with all these negatives of wrong posture, and then you will understand, and plus I will explain what to do in order to avoid, prevent, eliminate all these side effects. This understanding will contribute a lot to successful output of self-management. The most of computer users like kind of false, I call this false comfortable posture, when shoulders breaking forward, sitting like this, some like this, playing with mouse like this. The wrong posture, guys, playing a devastating role on our health, especially if you spend in front of the computer 8 to 12 hours. And this is the average of ours. We all know this. It's not a secret. Look what happened. The moment when you sit like this, you see the rib cage falling down. Rib cage falling down, it is maybe comfortable. But this is skeleton muscles that under these muscles passing very important brachial plexus, arteries, subclavian arteries, etc., working very hard, not enough that stress and static load, putting pretty significant strain on these muscles. These hard working muscles also play very significant role in lifting rib cage at a time of inhalation. Now, when you sitting like this, rib cage dropping, it's heavy, became heavy, dropping down, gravity, we know this, yeah. It's forcing these muscles to overwork, But the most important, this diaphragm muscles is disengaged in this inhalation act. Now look, when you sit like this, little by little, you overloading muscles, the skeleton muscles, and expression higher tonus, higher tonus. It starts to irritate brachial plexus. It starts accumulation of tension in this muscle. Additionally, you loading with repeated motion. And here is could be compression of this brachial plexus and can evoke very significant neurological pictures. Often confused with herniation of disc, terrible pain, but not only. If this will be tension accumulated to now will compress subclavian artery, will cause, we call this thoracic outlet syndrome, will obstruct blood supply as well, drainage of venous blood, and this all due to overtense anterior skeleton muscles, and very easy to overload when you sit like this in prolonged time. Double work this muscle have to perform, and especially to consider that already due to stress and due to static load, you already loaded. The other terrible contribution to negative influence on our health is accumulation of toxins due to wrong posture. The main duty of the lymphatic system, and this is the only system, is disposal of waste products, metabolic products, that most of them toxin products. Now, how this works? This lymphatic fluid proceed clearing themselves through these mechanical and chemical filters, lymphatic nodes, and drain into the circulatory system. And this is the only way how these toxin products can be disposed of finally, only from blood circulation being filtered by kidneys, liver, whatever, all this process. But the bigger quantity of this fluid will enter blood, bigger amount of toxins will be removed. Every second of our life we're producing metabolic waste. But if we will see it wrong, not every second, we will needed quantity of this fluid will be drained, and this means if you accumulate, for example, just ignore numbers, please don't be confused. You accumulate these 24 hours, 100 of points of toxin products, but you drained out only 60 points. Now 40 points will accumulate in this day after day, and we're accumulating so much toxins that bottom line it's produced muscular pain as a reaction, an allergic reaction of muscles on toxins. You can demonstrate like a clinical depression symptoms. You have no energy, no mood, and this is due to accumulation of toxins. During our lifetime, including due to immunizations, we're developing immune system. It calls acquired immune system. In case if human will accumulate bigger quantities of toxins, metabolic toxins, secondary immune system, acquired immune system doesn't work well. Therefore, lately we see a lot of people, and especially young people and high-tech lifestyle people, repeatedly fighting different viral or bacterial infection. It doesn't mean that their immune system became weak. No, it's just accumulation of toxins shutting this down. If you will change your posture and you will live on diaphragmal breathing, the good chance that a lot of toxins will be drained out from your system, and in such a case acquired immune system will serve you well.